Maureen, it's stuck on spinny thing again. Boofering? What's boofering?
Guys, welcome, we're Impact Gamers. We're here to inspire you to make games. I'm Adam.
And I'm Beckie.
And we have a third person who joins us for Impact Gamers.
Hello everybody, welcome to Impact Gamers Live. We're back at the National Science and Media Museum. And it's the one and only Yorkshire Games Festival. I can't be there in person, so I'm going to Skype in. I'm at the Yorkshire Grandpa Festival. Well, Neville's ill this year, so I'm hoping to come first in the Grumpy Grandpa category. I hate that Neville. I don't really, but that was just me practising. So, tonight's theme is retro. I'm old enough to remember it the first time round, when it was just called Tro, and then they did it all again. And it became retro. Same thing, just more expensive. Flipping Freddo's nearly bankrupt me. So get your leg warmers and your aviators ready, and let's go 8-bit.
And he's going to introduce what the show's going to be about this month.
So, as you came into the museum today, you will have seen Tim Peake's spacecraft. Oh, Timmy's teapot as I call it. He did get it right mucky on that re-entry. To celebrate space, we've got some retro space-themed games. So, hop into your teapots and let's get ready to blast off.
We have. Ooh. So, we've actually got a game made by Maddie. Maddie, are you here? Woo! Maddie, you want to come down and tell us that game she's going to bring you? And also, we've got Corey and Mike who are going to be challenging each other in this game. So give them all a round of applause. So yes, all the games have been made by young people at the museum, and the theme is retro, old. So, there we go. Mike and Corey, thank you. Step up to the controls. Now, you will have some practicing on the games while I have a chat with Maddie. Hello, Maddie. Fantastic. So, tell us a bit about your game. What do you do in your game? Just get nice and close like you're eating ice cream.
So you start the game by, there's a countdown and there's two players, one's a spaceship and one's a UFO, and we've got to attack each other. If the alien comes out of the UFO and hits the laser and comes out from the spaceship, it gives you just 5 points, and if you hit the other person it gives you 5 more points.
Fantastic. And did you enjoy making a game?
Yeah.
Is it the first game you've made?
Yeah.
Well, it's absolutely brilliant. So we're going to award you a golden joystick. Ooh! And so Corey and Mike, you're getting the hang of it, and you can also use red and green buttons to fire diagonally. Right, okay. Right, do you think you're ready for a challenge? Okay, fantastic. Well, this is for real now, okay? And we'll count you in. This is for a golden joystick for winning, silver joystick for coming seconds. You can play all these games at impactgamers.net/live. So if you can press the green button, there's the controls. Okay, I'll count you in. 3, 2, 1. Spaceship and Corey in the UFO. Corey is taking 2 hits, Mike's taking 1. And that's it! Oh! A win for the adults there! Some booze there. Mike? You're going to give it to your son! Fantastic. Fantastic. And that means, Mike, you get a silver joystick. There we go. A round of applause for those guys. Right, this is exciting because we're playing a platform game, and I know them as a team. Oh, we've got a volunteer already, have we? Oh yeah, we're in a platform game. Well, I'd like to invite what I know as Team 470 down to introduce this game. But if Siobhan, if you could pick someone who would like to have a go at this platform game as well. Oh.
There's lots of eager people.
Let's have a look.
Fantastic. Come on up, both of you. Round of applause for the games maker. So, it's been a 7-week course to make a game. Come up nice and close. And how was it over those 7 weeks? Was it easy, was it hard?
Quite hard because
When you
most of the coding was hard to make it, so like it took more than 1 hit to kill swords and joysticks.
Yeah, you went really advanced. You gave health to enemies, you made it have dual controls. So when it starts, so that's the main character there, Johnny, yeah? And what's he got to do when he gets to this this mummy, this skeleton?
He has to jump over it.
Okay.
Get into the spaceship and then fly.
Oh, he needs, so he needs to make... So, okay, so it's red button to shoot when he gets to the aliens next time. Okay, fantastic. And also those meteorites, they're...
They kill you.
Yeah, ooh, that was close. The reds, oh, we need to be straight on the reds. Maybe Becky can jump on the fire there. And you've got 3 lives. So what we're looking for this guy, because it's a brilliant game, and we're looking for him to have 2 attempts to try and beat the first stage. Do you think he can manage it? Yeah? Do you think he can manage it? Yeah! You can definitely give it a go. Okay, so we'll let him have that attempt. Now, is this the first game that you've made?
Yeah.
Yeah? And do you think you'll make some more games? Maybe. That's it. Yeah! Fantastic! Isn't that great? Honesty. That's what I appreciate. Okay, great. So if you can head down. Okay, this is going to be the challenge now. Oh, your golden joystick. Sorry, sir. Right. Okay, so 3 lots of lives. You can go and sit down and come and sing it down for your certificate. Okay, so James, see if you can get past this. We have 2 lots of 3 lives. Oh. It is. You need to get a bit of a... That's good movement. Get past that skeleton. Oh! Well, from space. Okay. Go again, go again, go again. Okay, right. It's alright. Just keep trying. Whatever way you leave with a joystick. Yes! Right, now, red button. Use the red button immediately. That's it. Keep on going with the red button. Keep on going with the red button. Okay. Forget about flying, just go shooting, 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 and then move through. We have 1 more attempt on this. Give me 3 lots. 3 lots. But that was brilliant. Perfect, perfect. Red button, red button, red button, red button, red button. That's it. Don't move, don't move, don't move. Don't worry about moving. Don't worry about moving. Just sat in your spaceship. Spam in the red button as fast as you can. Go again, go again. We've got time.
We can do this.
And just relax. Just relax! Just makes the win all the more nicer. Perfect. Yes! Big cheer! Okay, now forwards a little bit. Forwards a little bit. That's it. You need to get rid of all the spaceships. Don't keep going! Don't keep going!
No. We can do this.
If he gets near the blue button, pull his hand away. Just to the right. Slowly, slowly. Okay. Yes! Just put it down. Okay. Forwards. Okay, shoot. Keep on turning around. That's it. That's it. God, this is what we used to do. No, keep going. Keep going. Shoot. Shoot the ones back. Let's get rid of all of them. Really go. You just left them. Okay. I'm going to give it to you to get to the planet anyway. Get to the planet. You do need to kill all the spaceships. Try going back. Try going back. Don't shoot forwards. Watch out! Watch out! Watch out! Okay, just do it. Okay. That's it, okay. Right, and slow down. So, right, just shooting. This is space exploration at its best.
Right.
Just, that's it. And then look. Get on. Do you think it's a win? Yeah. You did so well. You did destroy all the spaceships and you add it all together. So we are very proud, James, to give you your very own golden joystick.
Round of applause.
So, did you play games when you were younger, Becky?
I did.
And what games did you enjoy?
What games did I enjoy? The games that I particularly enjoy generally involve fairies, unicorns, animals.
What games did you play? So okay. I don't know. Okay. Fantastic. Yeah. So, and what do you remember from games back in the day?
Back in the
90s, when you were little.
90s. They weren't as good as they are now.
Yeah.
They were very slow.
Well, Gaming Guru Grandpa's going to tell us about some of the conventions, the way that retro games were, that they still stick to now when you're making a retro game.
I'm going to tell you a few things about gaming conventions. And not one of those conventions that's chuffing expensive, queuing for hours, trying to meet Daniel Tidham or Stumpy Longface. I'm talking about conventions as in the way things are done. Here are my top 5 retro conventions. Number 5, Hearts Are Lives. Now, if I was to get a card from Tracy at number 25 with a heart on, I might think she loves me, but really, she's telling me to get a life. The cheeky little madam. Number 4, you move right, you're right to move, you move to the right. You're right to move, you start from the left and you move right, so you end at the right and you come from the left. I can't explain it any better than that. Number 3, players. When given the choice between 1p and 2p, I always want to p. Not because I'm old, but because I like playing with a friend. 1p stands for 1 player, and 2p stands for 2 player. Number 2, the countdown. I, more than most, know when my time's going to be up. And that's because of the little counter in the corner of the screen to show you. When your time's up, you lose a life. Number 1, 1 up. This just means that you get an extra life. Hey up, it's 1 up. And that's my top 5 retro gaming conventions.com.
There you go. Coherent as always. Fantastic. So we've got our next challenge. And I know them as Team Chaotic. If you could come down to introduce, and we've got Hiran who's playing, but we need a helper for this. Fantastic. Come on up. Now, I got to know everybody by their team name, but what's your real first name? Liam. Everyone say hi, Liam. Hi, Liam. Now, Liam went advanced with his space game. Just come along, and then you can come and try the game. You wanted to make a 2-player game, and you wanted a game. Have we got a second? Yes, please. You wanted a game which was 2-player, split screen. Did it work out? No, it didn't work out. So what did we decide to do rather than split screen? Go on. Stretch, really. We stretched the screen, didn't we, to fit people in and shrunk the screen. And as games makers, we always have to make compromises between what we can do in the time and what we can't do in the time. Great, so if you just press the green button there and have a practice. So let's have a look. So Team Chaotic's rockets, TC. There's a blue and a red one. And Hiran's with the red one. And who have we got? What's your name? Siri. And Siri's with the blue one. Now, so they can shoot and they can fly. And what are they trying to destroy?
It's called a UFO, and yeah.
Okay, so the UFO is on the screen. Oh, there it is above. Can you see it above the blue one? Okay, fire some shots. Now, you haven't got infinite shots, or you can't stay on top of the UFO, it'll end up hurting you. You haven't got infinite shots, have you? But what happens if you wait?
It reloads.
It reloads. Okay, they've destroyed one UFO. They're pretty good at this game already. And shall we see if they can destroy 3 UFOs before being destroyed themselves?
Okay.
Yeah, fair enough. All right. Well, it's a fantastic game, and it's so complex that the online version is only 1 player, and the PC version is 2 player. But here's your golden joystick. Give them a round of applause. Right, guys, have we lost the other UFO? It's okay. Okay, right. Do you think you've had enough practice and go for it for real? Let's say yes.
I think we're ready.
Okay, let's say yes. Okay, so I'll just reset the game.
Stop while we reset, guys.
Okay, right. Okay.
Ready.
Okay, press your green button, please, Ian. Okay. There's controls, thruster blue and green will stop and shoot. Okay. Ready, start. Okay. Probably off to your right. There's a buggy. Great, that's 1 down, well done. Save your ammo. Go. Fantastic. Keep going. Yeah, just wait for the charge. Move out the way while you've got some bullets now. Watch out, Red! Oh! It's just down to the blue. Move out the way. This is amazing! Waiting for 1 second reload. I'll run! But are you going to run? Shoot! We have time before 11 o'clock for a second word. What do you think? A second go? Yeah! Okay, let's do this! Straight in with fire. Now, Red, conserve your ammo. Trap, Red. There you go. 3. Well done. Well done. 2. And you've got loads of lives. You haven't got much ammo though. Yes! You've done it. Keep it going. Let's see how high you can get. It's a really good game. Oh, down to 2 lives each. Wow, 4! Fantastic! Watch out! Oh! What a way to go! See if you can take out 1 more. Oh, that's it. Whoa. You have to stop spinning. Move your joystick. Oh, fantastic! Give them all a round of applause. They were brilliant. 2 golden joysticks.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Hold them aloft and hear the cheers. Fantastic. You have to come that way.
Wow. That was a good game.
Ooh, hot now. Fantastic. Yeah, it's amazing. So the creativity of young people is brilliant. Every week at our clubs, there's new ideas and just something simple like that, which they build up. So we've got a tiny bit of time. I thought we'd look at making a game.
Ooh.
I love making stuff. I make games. I make a mess. I make lots of things. My family prefer it when I make games. So, I'm just going to show you a little bit of Clickteam Fusion in the 2 minutes that we have. Becky.
Yes, Adam.
Can you get Clickteam Fusion for free?
Yes, you can.
What's the website?
What's the website?
Is it simple?
www.clickteam.com.
Excellent. And you can head over there and you can download the free edition. There's some limits on it, but we use it loads with the students. And everyone apart from that last game used the free edition to make their game, and then we just published it in the professional version. So we make a new application. What's an app? What's an application?
An application?
Yeah. It's the game we're making. Yeah, it's whatever you want it to be. That was deep. That was deeper than I was expecting. And then we have frames. What are frames, Becky?
What are frames? Individual little bits.
Okay, so like my level, isn't it? Yeah. So if I click on number 1, I've got a white box here and a grey box. What's the white box?
The white box is what you'll see on the screen.
Fantastic, and the grey is outside. Okay, so if I wanted something outside the screen, I'll put it in the grey area. Okay, right. And then what do I put into my frame to make things?
Objects.
Objects. So I can click Insert, New Object, and I'll choose Active. Right, I'm ready to play my game. Can I play my game? Run the application.
You can try.
Doesn't do anything.
Oh dear.
What do I need to change?
What do you need to change? You need to change the movement of that object.
Yeah, so I need to change the movement, and I'm going to change it to 8 directions, so just in this properties window. And now I can move.
Yay!
And after, that's just using arrow keys, and after we remember those who gave their lives in battle, I will show you about an event, and we will carry on making games. So, thank you very much for that. So I can move my diamond around the screen, but it goes off the screen, Becky.
Oh dear.
So it doesn't feel like I've done any coding yet. So what do I need to do?
What do we need to do? We need to set
a condition. A condition if something's happening.
Yes.
Okay, and where do I do that?
Where do you do that? You need to go to a different window.
Yep. The event editor. Fantastic. Okay, so a new condition is to do with my diamond, and it's to do with its position, and I want to test the position. So in Clickteam Fusion, I just choose the options that it's got there, and it writes the code. And I want to know that it goes at the top, the bottom, that's the bottom, the top, the right, the bottom, and the left. Okay, so do I just do that, just the condition? If that happens, I'll now play my game. Is that going to work?
No.
Why not? What do I need after the condition?
No, we haven't finished it yet.
Okay.
So what we need to do is tell it what we want to happen.
Okay.
If it goes out of them.
So on this row is where I can say what affects, what happens when this rule is done. If you leave the play area, the event. So I want the diamond to do something. So I right click under the diamond on that row, movement. Okay, stop, bounce, or wrap around play area. What should we choose? Bounce, bounce. Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
And there we go, now bounce. And we build it up line by line, checking for things happening and doing that. So later on, I think we'll give a chance for people to customise that game.
Ooh.
So that they can do something. But I think we should probably get back to a certain grandpa.
Platform games have helped define the retro era. These games are bringing that spirit back with some adventures. I worry for the future with Brexit happening. That means less foreign plumbers coming to save our princesses. Mario, where are you?
Okay, close to mine. Right, so we've got a platform game here, made by Team Diamond Digger as I know them, but if they would like to both come down, it'd be fantastic to have both of you, because we did have parents and children working together, but we also, because Siobhan, get ready for this, we need 2 volunteers to compete against each other for this. We got 2 people to compete against each other. Oh yeah, there we go. Ah, around the back.
Okay.
Shall we find out the name?
Right. What is your name?
Lewis.
Lewis.
Goes to the blue controls.
Right. And Chloe.
So,
Yes.
I titled your game because it didn't have a title. It was a very cute game. Look how cute it is with the little penguins! Okay, and I called it I Wish I Could Fly because what happens in your game?
The penguins wish they can fly, so basically the penguins are jumping on the clouds and you can collect coins on your way.
And what happens if you get left behind?
Then you have to wait for the other
You do. And so if you beat the other player, you'll actually get more points and they'll lose a life. So poor blue penguin. Is that Chloe's penguin?
It is.
Oh, well, this is just practice. Okay, get to the top. Now, it's not just jumping on clouds. What's that?
It's a bird that tries to kill you.
A bird that tries to kill you. This is an everyday penguin tragedy. This is a fantastic game. It's so much fun, and the graphics that you guys made together, absolutely beautiful. I just love it, all the colours and everything. So I'd like to present you to share with your own golden joystick. Can you give them a round of applause? So, Chloe, didn't go so well in the practice. No, okay. And what's the other competitor's name? Lewis. Lewis, well done. Okay. Chloe, going to be a bit more aggressive in this one. Not physically, but yeah, in the game. Okay, fantastic. We'll restart the game. Okay, and we'll count you in. Okay. 3, 2, 1. I think we might have to do a best of 3.
I think best of 3.
Okay, we'll go again. You ready to go again, Lewis? Yeah. Get that pink penguin.
You should do it, Lewis.
Green to start. You can keep on pressing blue, but green. That's it. Perfect. Okay. And we're counting in 3, 2, 1. Jump! Really well for someone who first go. Give them a really big round of applause. It's not an easy game, but I'm sure if you go and play it in the arcade, you'll be able to clock it and you get a silver joypad for being an awesome contender. A big round of applause.
Well done.
Thank you very much. Right. Wow. So we're going to move on to the next game. And I don't know, we've got Daniel here. We've got Daniel here.
Where is he here, Daniel?
No, this is a fantastic game called the Echoing Caverns, and Oliver is going to play it. So could we have Oliver come down? Hello, Oliver. Come on up. Let me tell you about the Echoing Caverns.
I'm here with Daniel, who couldn't be with us on the live night.
Oh, shit.
But tell us about your game, Daniel.
Okay, so my game's the Echoing Caverns. Basically these red figures you've probably seen. So they stole your sister from my story.
Okay, and so this time you're working with your mum. What was it like working in a team?
Well, my mum actually has good ideas for once.
I will add the sound effects of lots of people clapping at this point.
Yeah.
I'd like to present you with a Golden Impact Games Award for making your game. Well done.
Oh, it's actually a controller.
It is, and we're going to head over to Oliver, who's playing it now.
So, very good, very good. Have you played this before? Fantastic. I'm going to stop you before you get to the end so that when we play the actual game, there's a bit of, You don't need to go for all of them. Oh, but he is! I think you need to go to the right, like Game of Guru Grandpa said. This is just going to complete the whole thing. Fantastic.
Already?
Right, well, I'm going to turn the sound on while we're... Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. It wasn't easy, was it? No! No! It was harder. You're doing so well, brilliantly. You can have as many attempts as in 2 minutes that you can to try and complete the first level. When you're ready. Leave it, it's not working all. Let's go for it. Okay. Time right. Good. Oh. You're against the clock. Turn. Okay. Watch out for the hole. Oh, we knew it.
Oh, wow.
Very good. Expertly done. Past the spikes. Into the final stretch, but there's a whole load of goblins. Take them off, one by one. You've only got one life. Oh! It's so close! Yeah, okay. You've still got another minute. Go for it.
Oh, no, no. Go on.
No, don't worry about that! What have they done to you? Oh, they stole your sister. But anyway, apart from that. Keep going. Don't pause the breath. You've only got one half. I wouldn't bother with the coins either. Nice to get points though. There's no going to the coins! You don't need to kill them all! They get the phone, don't they? They can't hear! Go for it! Good. Very good. Just go for the end, Notch the damn Caliban! What is this sportsman? What is it called? Showcrafting. Okay, go for it. Ignore the guys. That's it. Keep going. Yeah, you're full health. Don't worry about that. I'm scared. Go to the right. Watch out the hole. Tough bit now. Okay, just go for it. Just want the biggest score possible. Okay, the last bit. Pick them up one by one. You can do this.
Nice, slow.
Oh.
That's it.
Yeah, hold that position. Oh! It breaks my heart because you're so good at the game, but you've won a silver joystick. Give him a massive round of applause. Fantastic. Wow! Well, sometimes it's not just winning, is it? It's how you win. So I
think everyone was pretty impressed with Oliver's skills through that game.
It was absolutely fantastic. So we're going to sneak back to the little game that we're making. Now I've got a diamond, and as you notice, this looks a bit similar to the coin in the last game. It's whatever you add into the game as a new object, active object, is a diamond, and then you change the look by clicking twice or pressing enter, and then you can draw things. Which adults remember paint and having the best fun ever with 16 colours? Oh yeah, look, some younger ones as well. Yeah, fantastic. It's a bit like paint. And this is a magnifying glass, not a saucepan. And that's called the fill tool, but it looks like the horse out of Minecraft, I think. But anyway, so yeah, a little bit. Right, and so get the brush tool, and let's make this look really happy. There we go. Check out my art skills.
Looks amazing.
Right, so we can customise this. We don't have time in today's show to customise it.
Oh.
So what can we do?
What can we do? Can we come up with an idea and then sort it out later?
Sounds brilliant. What I'll do is I will go home and use the young people around my house as an audience to help guide.
People hanging around your house?
Too many. But we're going to, as a collective group, set what style of game, how it's going to work, and then I'll do a quick 5-minute tutorial and add it into the YouTube thing. So at the end, you can do that.
And then we can go watch it afterwards.
Then we can go and watch it afterwards.
What you actually made.
Okay, so it's going to be an above view game, so it's looking down at the hero. So, shouts from the audience. The hero is going to be a...
Smelly sock.
Smelly sock, thank you. Called... Bob the Smelly Sock. Okay. What's Bob's quest? He has to find... A carrot. It's the sword of power. Oh, I'll come to you next, guys, okay?
The saucepan of power.
Saucepan of power, right, okay. Right, Becky, find out what weapons he has.
Right, what weapons do we have?
The lad in the grey top. If you know what the lad in the grey top who's looking behind him.
You, in the middle with the grey top.
Yes, you.
Next
Point
to
it.
you,
Yes.
laser gun.
Fires lasers. At what?
What are we firing lasers at? What are the bad guys?
Blue jumper. If you know what a blue jumper. If you know what in pump by your face. Monsters.
Washing machine.
I'm going to add that in because that's so random. Monster washing machine. Okay. It makes sense though. It's not random, is it? It is the enemy of the song.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Now,
What else do we need?
we need an arena. Like, where is this happening? Is this happening in space, in a cage? That side.
This side. A laundrette.
Happy.
He's happy in the laundrette.
Oh, it's a wrong word. No. Yeah. A washing machine. Okay, great. I'm saying that. And you'll get to watch that. If you head over to impactgamers.net/live, you'll get to... Thank you very much. That's good. You'll get to watch that. So, we're into the final chapter of the games that have been made. We've had space games.
Yes.
Had...
Platform.
And this is...
What is that?
These games drive me wild. The driving games. In this section, you get to race around and save the day.
Okay, fantastic. Now, it's a versus game, Siobhan. Get ready for people going mental. And 2 players. 2 players. Okay. And
Let's go to the back.
Harry. Is Harry about? I'd love you to introduce your game. Applause. Woo! Oh, got that one. Okay. Harry, come on over.
And we've got Josh here with us.
Fantastic, Josh. So who we got?
Kai.
Kai on the red car. Josh, come over to the blue car. Harry. One of the younger gamers. You have made a fantastic game. What do you have to do in the game?
So you have to dodge the coins,
Yep.
collect the gas to get points, and the police is chasing you. So if you get caught by the police, you have to restart.
Yeah.
But
Oh.
if you get knocked by the traffic cones, you slow down.
You do. So you've got to hold to the right, and then you can move diagonally. So just keep on holding to the right. Like Grandpa said, you move to the right, you're right to move. That's
Out
it.
for the police car.
Okay, there we go. Keep going. Avoid the oil. Okay, fantastic. Now, you know I said Impact Gamers games need to be positive. I've made it so the police always catch you in the end. So I am so sorry, Harry, but I just couldn't have you getting away with the police crowds. Okay, so 50. What was it? 30 points for the blue that time. And what happens with the pedestrians? Are you meant to hit them?
No.
Good. You're not meant to hit the pedestrians. It's a lesson for life, adults. So, okay, and you're not meant to hit the cones. You've got to drive to the right.
This, you want.
And the pink one, you need to drive the other way. Yes, you are bashing into the plates, but you're not having a practice. What did you like about making games?
I liked about adding the cars in.
And who did you make your game with?
Mum.
Yeah, okay. And so, Mum, you did a bit of coding, didn't you? Come over here. And did you enjoy it?
Very much.
Fantastic. You've made such a fantastic game. It's so fun. We'll get to see these two try it, but I'd like to present you with your golden joystick. You stay there. Because I can see the photographer. And this is, and if I even do this for the photographer, he'll like it. There we go. Look at that. Well done. Hold that. Smile. Look at the photographer, man. Great. Well done. Fantastic. Okay. Fantastic. So I think you just enjoy the start screen more than the game, don't you? All right. We can actually start the game though. So let me just put the sound on. Right. So who have we got in the pink car, the red car? I mean.
We've got Kai in pink car,
The red car. Yeah.
and
the
we've
blue
got
car.
Josh in the blue car.
Josh. Kai and Josh. Okay. Can you both drive to the right? All the way. There, to me, that way. Yes. Good. Okay. And let's see who can get the most points. And if it's quick, we'll have a round three. Go! Hold your breath. Okay, catch up on the blue. That's it, get the oil. Hold the reds, not left behind. The red's out of it now. Just need to get one more oil can and you've won this round. Get the cans, the yellow things. Watch out for, it was a draw! It was a draw, so we're going to play again. You can't escape the police. Remember that. Okay. Move to the right. Fantastic. Green down and hold to the right. Oh. Come on, blue car. Come on, blue car. Get on there.
Right, watch the person.
Okay, go on, blue. You need some more oil. That's where your points are. Yeah, that's it. Go for it. Oh, no. That's it. Okay, blue's in the lead now. Red, you need to get some oil. Get the yellow oil. Go back behind them. That's it. Oh. Right, blue's in the lead now. Nearly there. Watch out. You need to go to the forest at the end. Get down. There you go. Can't escape the police. Watch out for the forest. Okay, so that's blue. So that's
Blue was
1
Josh.
point to Josh. Okay, 1 point to Josh. So the first to 3 points. Let's see how we do. Okay, you ready? Go on, Kai. Just pull to the right. Get ready. Pull to the right. Both pull to the right, and then press green. You ready? Pull to the right. That's it. Go.
That's it. Avoid the cones.
Need to get a little oil can.
What's the person? Right, try and get the yellow oil.
Again.
Get the yellow oil.
Okay. So we're going to go again. Okay, you guys ready? You up for it? Yes. Okay. There's more enthusiasm from one side than the other. Okay.
Oh,
So that's it. Are you just unscrewing the?
we're dismantling the.
That's the third joystick. So hold to the right. Okay. Press green. Okay. Go.
Right, that's it. You want the yellow oil.
Keep on moving. Come to the right. No, you can't move downwards. You know the red car. Okay. You just need to hold to the right.
Right. Watch the person. Oh.
Okay. Well, I think,
Another point for the win.
yeah, point to blue. I said first to 3.
We did.
So let's have one final round. You need to get all the way. That's it, just hold down to the right.
Right.
That's it.
Just keep going that way.
Okay.
Watch the person.
Right, keep going.
That's it. Go on. Go on, guys.
Oh! Tactics!
Go on.
Oh!
Go on, Kai.
Oh, I'm going. Need to collect this oil.
Collect the oil.
Oh! Okay. 2-1.
2-1.
2-1. Okay. Let's go for this again. We've got to have it. We've got one more game after this. Which will need 2 volunteers for, which is cooperative, parent and child. Parent and child. Cut him off!
At least it's not oil
This is it! He's in his own now!
Go on, Kai. Oh.
Oh, he's just taking it! He can just take it, it's fine. Okay.
Come on.
So what's the scores, Beckie? 2-1.
It's 2-2.
2-2 now.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Whoever wins this one wins the gold, the other person wins silver. It's the other big prize. Okay, go to the right.
Right, come on,
And
guys.
Kevin, can you be ready to introduce your game? And Mum as well. You can come on down.
Right, press green.
Green.
Right.
Okay, come on, some cheering here. Get the oil, get the oil. Okay. Get some oil. Watch out. Well done, both of you. Fantastic. Good game, yeah. Handshake, handshake. GG, guys. Good game. Okay, and very
There
good
you are.
working.
Look, this
Fantastic.
one.
Okay, fantastic. Woo, that went on. That was competitive. Okay, so we have the final game of the show.
Oh.
But you can go home, head over to impactgamers.net/lab, and you can watch it back in a few days' time, watch the tutorial, and start making your own games.
Hi, I'm Tim. I'm part of Impact Gamers and my job is a programmer. When I program computers, I code them to do repetitive tasks. Computers are great because they do everything they're told and they only do things in the order that they are told. Programming's not always easy because sometimes you forget to tell it something or tell it in the wrong order, and then that can cause the program to crash. In Clickteam Fusion, you code in the event editor. For every line of code, you have to have a condition. A condition is if something is happening, such as your player collides with an enemy. Then you add events underneath the object that it affects. By right-clicking on the box underneath the object, you can change the way it behaves. Fusion runs through your code again and again as it draws things on screen. Here's my top tips for coding in Fusion. Number 1, test the game, test it again, and get someone else to test it. Test it. Number 2, add comments to your code so you understand what that line of code is for. To add a comment to your condition, right-click on the number of its row, click on Insert, then on Comments. Write something that explains what the code is doing. That way, when you come back to the code at a later time, you can understand it. Number 3, pay attention to green conditions. Green conditions only happen instantaneously, such as the player pressing fire. This stops the event being run again and again and again. So when you run out of lives, use player lives reach 0 rather than player lives equals 0, because the equals condition will just be run forever when the player dies. Number 4. Get your events in the right order they need to be run. So if your enemy drops a coin when it dies, create the coin for destroying the enemy. Otherwise, Fusion won't know where to create the coin. You can change your order of events in the event list editor. Number 5. Ands and nots. If you right click on a condition, you can insert another condition. Both conditions need to be true to run the event, such as the player shooting only when it has more bullets than 0. This is an AND condition. If you want the opposite of a condition, right click and click negate. That's a not. There's lots of advice on the internet. Hope you have fun coding.
Okay, final game. Let's see if I can press one button. Jet Ray and Big Chill. Okay, Kevin, do you want to come up? Round of applause for the games maker. Hello. How are you? Good. Did you like making a game? What was the best bit about making a game? Okay, was it all good? That's a very nice thing to say. Okay, let's explain what's happening in the game. So Jet Ray is a car, and what can Jet Ray do? Shoot bullets. So yellow will shoot the bullets, and blue will drive. I think we've got 2 pairs twice, are we? Okay, so yes, we will mute it. Thank you very much. Okay, good call. So the crab will eat the monsters, okay, and you can choose the direction. Now you need to press blue to start the game for the car. Okay, and yellow to shoot. Okay? So yellow to shoot and turn around with the joystick. Okay? So the blue crab is Big Chill, and he's eating what is he eating? They're monsters. So red monsters, red diamond monsters. There we go. There's a good score. Fantastic. So what we're going to do is say you get a score over 40, and you can win this challenge. And we'll go for it now. Kevin, I would like to give you an award. And who have we got playing?
This is Lloyd.
Lloyd? Lloyd and Xander. Fantastic. Big cheer for Kevin, big cheer for Lloyd and Xander. Okay, try to beat a score of 40. You can move by pressing the blue to drive, 20 to drive. That's it. Big Chill, the big crab is driving around, doing very well. Right, clear the level. 4 lives left. Okay, the crab can only move when it hits the wall, whereas Jet Ray can move about. It's waiting to move. That's it. Shoot! Watch out! Ooh, 3 lives! I think we've definitely got more than 40. Let's see. 2 lives left. Clear the level. 1 life left. Watch out! 64! 2 golden joysticks. Fantastic. Okay, we got other competitors. Fantastic. Who have we got?
Simon.
Simon and in a second, Ethan, you'll get that. So let's pop that back. So Ethan, do you want to be driving the car or the crab? Okay, Ethan, step up on the step. Okay, the crab, that's your control, and you can change the direction of the crab when he hits a wall. So if you want to go down, pull it down, up, and right and left. And your dad is going to be driving the Jet Ray car. So, okay, so green to reset. We're looking for a score of over 40. So green to start. Okay, so those are the instructions. Are you ready? Green start again. And I'll unmute it. The crab just eats. The crab just eats them. So that's it. Separating, good, hold them up high, give them a big smile, big cheer! Well done. Well,
Wow.
good game.
That was brilliant.
Gigi. Hopefully, you've seen something that's made you think, I could make a game. And hopefully you'll go home and do that. Or they could stay here. And what can they do here?
They can actually play some of the games.
So there's more games to play in the arcade. If you want to play the games we played here, you can go to impactgamers.net/live. Thank you.
So, thanks everyone for coming. Don't forget to give us a big thumbs up on Facebook and watch all this back on YouTube. I didn't even win the chuffing Grumpy Grandpa award. Only kidding. With mad skills like these, how can I lose? Better luck next year, Neville. You idiots.
Well, hello everybody. Impact Gamers Live is finished, but we've recorded this afterwards. And true to my word, I've got some kids with me. I've got Amy.
Hi.
Naomi.
Hi.
And Toby.
Hi.
And we're going to work through making this above view quest with Smelly Sock Bob finding the saucepan of power. So, from before, in Clickteam Fusion, we have got an object. So this is going to be our main character, and what's he called?
Bob.
Bob. Fantastic. And Bob is a sock.
The smelly one.
A very smelly one. So I'm just going to click
He
on...
never washes.
I'm going to click on the object and click one more time so I can stretch it to make him a bit taller. And I'm going to click on him twice, and I can change the way he looks.
Can he have purple stripes?
Yeah, we'll just put purple stripes. We'll add some better artwork in later, but just for the moment, we'll put purple Bob socking. And what colour stripes?
Orange.
Purple.
No, red.
Well, ready orange then. Okay. There you go. There he is. And we'll just give him a little eye so we can see which way he's facing.
Smelly sock Bob.
That's him. Right. And you can see every time I click, I get a red circle. I've just turned that on to help you see what I'm doing. So I'm pulling him over here, and that's Bob. And if I run the game, I can then move Bob about. And we've got that rule from before. If Bob tries to hit the edge, he bounces. So the next thing...
It looks good, but it's not the best it could be.
Well, we can change the picture at any point by double-clicking and changing it, or right-clicking and edit will do the same. Right, okay, so we've got Bob in there, but it's not very fun because we haven't got anything
to do.
Yeah, we haven't got anything to do, so or the background, but we'll add the background in later. We're going to have to find the saucepan of power, so I'm going to insert another active object. Active objects are things that move or can change their position. I'll make it a bit bigger, so click on it and double click on it.
Let's make it look like a saucepan.
Yeah, I'll just do it really roughly, and we'll add graphics in before uploading it a bit better, but just so that we can do.
You need to do a line.
That's it. There we go. And there's saucepan of power. Right. So then we're going to add a rule in the event editor at the top. A new condition: if Bob the Smelly Sock collides with another object, which is the
saucepan of power,
then what we'll do is we will right-click here, and we will just end the game. We'll just when we finish it, we might put an end screen on it, and we could go next frame, which means we could add another frame in here. Well, let's do that now. Let's add a new frame, call it end, and let's not end the application. Right click, delete that, and what we'll do is we will go to the next frame, which is the ending there. Right, to go back to our frame editor, I click here, and we can test that out. Let's name our saucepan of power. Now we can do that here in the about, or we can press F2, saucepan of power. Right, I run my application, pressing F8. There we go. And it's gone to the next frame, which has nothing in it. So let's add some text in it. Let's go to the bottom. Let's call a string. What should it say at the end, Naomi?
Winner.
That's what wasn't Naomi. Winner.
You are a winner.
Winner. Now that's the name of it. That was the wrong place to do it. In the text options,
You are a winner.
I can, in the
You are a winner.
settings, there we go. I can write winner.
You are a
Or I could double click, just type it in. Winner. So, you are a winner. You are a winner. Winner, winner. You are a winner.
Winner, chicken dinner.
And if we just set it to be a bit bigger, a bit bolder. What colour do we want to...
Purple.
Purple. You are
No. Red.
a smelly sock.
Red.
Winner.
Red.
Just fits
Red.
on. Red, okay. And we'll change it to red in its text options. Okay, you're a winner. So now if I run my whole application, if I touch it, you're a winner. It's a bit easy at the moment. So we need to add in some things to stop us. So
Bad guys. No, you do a circle, and then you do it like a monster without a body.
Okay, we'll do a monster. Well, first of all, we'll add some walls in. So the whole thing's based in a washing machine place or
A laundrette.
a laundrette. I think that's how you spell it, possibly. So it's happening in laundrette. So we'll add some benches where people sit in the laundrette to watch their clothes dry. So what I'll do is I'll add a bench.
Waiting for your clothes to dry.
It's very boring, but when you've got smelly socks attacking things, there we go, there's almost seats. We'll add more graphics in later. So let's name this. I'm going to press F2 for this one.
Bench.
Perfect, I'll call it bench. So what's going to happen in a new condition in our event editor, here Bob collides with a bench. What's he going to do?
He's gonna get a life's taken off him.
Life taken off him. I think it's a bit harsh. I think we should
And
just stop.
punch.
Well, let's just make him stop.
No, one more monster comes on.
So there we go, he
One
can't.
more monster comes
Every
on.
time we touch the benches are going to be the maze. Now what we've got to do is make sure we close our test application before carrying on. And it's that
Otherwise you can't.
you can't add any events in. No. And I'm also going to view a grid and turn on the grid. And this way things will snap into place. Now what I'm doing is I'm holding down the control button, which allows me to drag and copy things at the same time so that I can make lots of things. There we go. So add some benches in. We need to block off this saucepan to make it harder to get. Now what else did we need in? We've got the walls. What did you want me to add in?
Bad guys.
Bad guys.
Ding, ding, ding.
So let's insert a new object
Mwah.
and double click on it and let's clear it, and this is going to be a bad guy. We're going to add the picture in later, Naomi, so don't worry about that. So we're just going to put down...
I thought washing machines are not blue, they're normally white.
Well, just so that you can see it on our background, we'll make it blue and we'll call it Evil Washing Machine.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, now it's not going to move at all at the moment, but we're not going to worry about that. What we're going to do first of all is say that when Bob collides with the washing machine, what happens to him?
He gets a life taken off.
A life taken off. Now lives are held in the player object, so if I right click here, number of lives, subtract 1 life from him. And if I go back to my frame editor to show my lives, I'm going to insert a new object, a lives object.
There's a heart that you're trying to get.
Oh, well, there's a saucepan of power at the moment, Naomi, so let's just run this. Every time I hit that, you can see I lose life. But what happens when I have no lives?
You can still live.
Still live. So what we'll do is we'll say new condition. When the lives reach 0, we want to restart. So right click, restart the application, and so there we go. So if you don't manage it, 1, 2, 3, there we go, restart it. Great.
Or
now
should we make a losers page?
Nope. We will just restart for the moment. Just do a quick. But you could add a losers page if you wanted and tell you your score and stuff. But we're going to say that the washing machine moves like a bouncing ball, so that it can travel about itself. And I'm going to set speed a bit lower because I know 60 is going to be a bit quick. And I'm going to say if we run that, just goes off. Yep. So let's add some rules. New condition: if he collides with another object, a bench, then right click and get him to bounce. Okay. And another new condition: if he collides, if his position, test position, if he tries to go off the sides,
he bounces.
Yep. He bounces, and I'm going to pull the tick down to copy it. Okay, so here we go, run the frame. There we go. There he is travelling around. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Now, he's just going to go through me. So I'm going to say when he hits me, he bounces as well. And to copy the rule, I'm going to pull the words onto the words and change it. Collision between, double click there, Bob, to bounce. We can have a timer, so you've got to do it at a certain time. So
and then maybe we could add some more bad guys. And maybe
we can add a counter in. And we could say that the counter
maybe we could
starts.
add some more. It's like a time.
How long? How long? 30 seconds?
No, maybe a bit more than
60?
40 seconds.
40 seconds then.
No.
How long? 40 seconds.
50.
Oh, 50. It's so different. Okay, 50. 50 seconds. And what we're going to do in the event editor, add a rule that
And it says time
on the timer,
Wait,
every second. Okay, it's going to restart is what it's going to do, Naomi. It's fine. We're going to subtract from the counter 1, and let's just have another new condition. If this counter gets to be 0, we're going to restart. I'll just pull that down. Restart the application. Now, I don't want to wait ages, so I'm going to use this thing called the debugger, which allows you to fix bugs in the game. And I'm just going to find our counter object. And I'm just going to change its value to 3. I go 3, 2, 1. There we go, and the game would restart. But I ran the frame, so it just quit that time. Okay, so we've got that. We've got the washing machine. It's not a very exciting game at the moment. Let me just copy lots of these. Hold down Control and copy lots of these at once. So I think we need to add some more washing machines in.
some more benches.
Some more benches. Yep. So
And maybe some more saucepans.
and let's add some more in.
Some more saucepans.
No, there's only one saucepan that he has to get at the end. So now if I run that, there we go. It's a bit more vicious. Now it's a bit easy to get the saucepan. As soon as one of them's not there, I can just go around and just touch the saucepan and win. So I'm going to put a little door there. So I'm going to insert a new object, active object, and we're going to have a door. And I'll just. What colour do you want the door, Naomi?
Brown.
You're not Naomi. Brown. Okay, amazing.
With a window.
with a window. Well, we'll add the window in later. Okay. So and we'll call this door. And
you can go through it.
What we'll do is we'll add some keys in the level.
So you've got to try get the keys.
Yep.
The keys but then move. Be pink.
The keys move. We could make them bouncing. Pink keys, was it, Ames?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
They move.
Light pink or hot pink?
Hot pink.
Hot pink. Okay, right. And call this key. Yep.
They move.
They could, but for the moment we're just going to make them stay still because it makes it harder. So now we can add a rule in our event editor, a new condition that when
you touch
the door, when you touch the door, you stop, and also the washing machine will add that in. When the washing machine touches the door, that it bounces. I'm just going to pull that down. And then we just want to say a new rule that if you collide with, what was it, Naomi?
The key.
Still not Naomi. Okay, then we destroy the key, and then we can check a new rule. If the keys, if we count them, have all the keys been destroyed? If the last key's been destroyed, then we can destroy the door. So now,
Get all the keys.
1, 2. Oh, I can't get underneath that. I need to move that bench later. Oh, it's hiding. Bob's. Okay. Oh, lost a life. Right, here we go. Oh, yes. And there we go. So the final thing is in the game.
It didn't say winner.
No, because I just I ran the frame and so it quit out because it was only playing that frame, that level. Okay, and then we just want to fire lasers. Okay, so we need to create the laser before we fire it. Back in the frame editor, insert a new object, an active object.
Let's just make it.
Click on it twice.
smaller.
Now,
Red.
can you see the arrow here is pointing to the right? Yeah.
It's red.
Okay, we'll do a red laser. So I need to draw it pointing to the right, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn up the amount of directions to 8, because Bob can move in 8 directions. Right click on this and say create rotated directions so that I can have a laser pointing in all the different directions. Okay?
Awesome.
Now I'm going to put that out of the way and call it laser.
Laser.
And new condition, the joystick, so this is when the player, read joystick state, it always starts with up. And turn that off. We only want fire button 1, which is shift on a keyboard. By default, we can change it. What should we change it to, Amy? What's a better button for when you're playing this on a website rather than shift? Ames?
A.
A will do, or Z, something like that. Okay.
A because it's the best letter of the alphabet.
Okay, Amy, I think you prejudiced that. But okay, so when you press fire button 1, which I went into the application
My favourites.
and the runtime options, the default controls, player 1, set button 1 to A. So when you press button 1, which would be A, then we want Bob, right click, to launch an object. What's he launching?
The laser.
The laser. We'll use the direction he's going in and speed 100. Okay, now run the frame. There we go. So Bob's able to fire lasers, but the lasers don't do anything.
That the washing machine could fire lasers.
They could do. We can add that in quickly as well.
And
But
when the bad lasers collide with the good lasers, they destroy.
so when the laser hits a bench, we should probably destroy it.
Yeah.
Now, when
And
the
the
laser hits a washing machine, what should happen?
It should destroy.
Destroy the washing machine, and we should destroy the laser. Okay. I'm gonna add an extra rule into here. So if you right click on a condition that's already there, you can insert something else. I'm going to check that, compare the number of lasers, that there are no lasers on the screen, so Bob can only shoot when there are no lasers. And I'm also going to delete this, and that won't matter because it will still be in our game. It will still be there because Bob can fire it, because it gets created in the game.
washing machines fire lasers.
So okay, so
Let's try it.
The washing machines fire lasers.
okay, we'll add that in a second. So there we go, fire a laser, and I can only fire one. Right, tap it as fast as I can. There we go. So it's a bit. Oh, there we go. That was close. It's a bit easy. So now we need to make the washing machines able to fire lasers.
Yeah.
Now
They move slower.
we can just say that every. And I'm going to go for half a second, so 50 hundredths. Every 50 hundredths, and I'm going to right click and insert. We're going to choose one of these, pick or count. Pick an evil washing machine at random, and we're going to get that to launch an object. Oh, and we need to make a bad laser, so the easiest thing to do here is to pull in one laser and clone it and make an evil clone. We clone it, we get laser 2, so we'll call this bad laser. What colour for the bad laser?
Dark pink.
Dark pink.
Blue.
Is that not red? Yeah, we'll go with blues. Blue's quite opposite, and I need to create the rotated directions. Create rotated directions. There we go. Boom. There. Done. We've got a bad laser, and I will get on this rule. Pick one of these. Launch an object. The bad laser.
Bad laser.
Launch in selected directions. I'm going to say it can be in any direction, so I'll randomly choose a direction. And there we go. And new rule: if a laser collides with Bob, then what's going to happen? You're going to
Lose a lot.
lose a life. And we also need to delete the laser. I'm going to pull this down and copy this. If it hits a bench, we're just going to destroy the laser. And what were you saying, Toby? If a bad laser hits a
good laser,
yep,
they
both destroy.
blow up.
Okay,
Or
so
destroy.
now, there we go. It's a bit more dangerous now. Now I can't shoot, and that's because I forgot all about. I've left this one on here, and it needs to have none in the game. Oh, that was close. Right.
Get all the keys.
It's still quite easy, so I think we should have the...
Monsters come up and come up and come up.
Exactly. I think that every time that you
Destroy them all.
kill a monster, you should create another. So when a laser hits an evil washing machine, we should create another evil washing machine. And let's let's just create one there. Okay, so
There will always be 3.
yeah, but at least they're far away. It's just getting that key's going to be hard. Oh,
Look, see harder.
no, and I died. There we go. I think we'll finish that off and upload it. Amy, do you want to name the game?
I want to name
Bob
it.
and the evil washing machine.
Yeah, it speaks for itself. So, Bob and the evil washing machines. Great. And save that, and we're all done.
Woo! Bye.